the name of God, the living and the true. Amen. Round the supper table last night, 3 generations of us, and what did we talk about? We talked about Armenians. Never would have thought that we'd talk about Armenians. Surprising as it may seem, a good deal of knowledge about Armenians was provided by those present. A history of this sad and unlucky race was shared by those who'd recently read it up. And then someone, I think the youngest present, said, "What do you think God is saying to us through the earthquake in Armenia?" And there was a horrid silence. And then the voice said again, "Do you think God is saying anything to us?" "Oh yes," we said, yes, I'm sure he is. Yes, of course. Well, what is God saying to us? I mean, put like that, as the young tend to, it's difficult, isn't it? But slowly we said, tentatively, we said some of the things that God could be saying to us, and none of them were very palatable to us in London within a week of Christmas Eve, 1988. Because most of the things that God seemed to be saying to us were not the things that we actually wanted to hear. I mean, about priorities. And about what you spend your money on. And as somebody said, the Soviet army has spent millions, but not on civil defence. What sort of town planning, what sort of sociological thought, what sort of concern, compassion for individuals has gone into the building of anything, there or here? And as then somebody said, wasn't it extraordinary? And can you discount the fact that as the buildings in Armenia were beginning to topple, Mr. Gorbachev was saying, there are other priorities than the military one. Is this the voice of the prophet? Because God puts his mouth, his words into anyone's mouth, as he did in times past to people like Cyrus the shepherd. What is God saying to us? And we didn't get any complete answers before the supper party broke up. Oh, I'm glad it's Advent. It's only 4 weeks, but it's the best time of the year. The best time, we have the best music. It feels right. You can keep Christmas, you can keep Easter, you can keep all the other things. Advent is right, it's the right time of the year. Don't miss out before it disappears. We've got an Advent calendar at home. The one I nearly bought, I discovered as you opened each day, you got a piece of chocolate, which is some kind of bribery, which I didn't actually need. Advent has this note of, are you ready? Are you awake? Watch out. Rather like a child. You see Deborah here say, for goodness sake, get on with this because I want to be christened. You know, don't go on 10 minutes, it'll be too long. I should make more noise still. That's the Advent authentic voice. Watch out. Yes, you too. Watch out. Be awake. I actually realize what you are doing and what you are saying in this life that you're living. What are your priorities? Not what is God saying through earthquakes in far countries. What is God saying through what you did this week, this year? What's it about? It's about time. It's about the fact that it's not circular. It won't go round and round. Life isn't like that. It's not that life depends on reading the stars right. It's not that there's a good time coming, but they don't tell us whether it's good because it's coming or coming because it's good. It's about expectation. Now, the reason why children are so important at Christmas is that if you watch the children's eyes, and we need to, this week, right up until Saturday night, you see their eyes getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Because unlike us who are old and sophisticated and have lost childhood innocence, they have a sense of expectation. And it's that what you see in their eyes. They actually believe that something marvellous could happen in a week's time. They actually believe it. That something might come, something might happen that might make a difference. Poor creatures. We gave that up years ago. We know nothing's going to happen. Nothing ever happens. Get a little older, a little more cynical. Nothing's actually going to happen. Expectation disappears. And of course, because we haven't got the imagination to envisage how things could be different, things don't change. It's our lack of expectation, or theologically, our lack of hope, that means that nothing happens. So let's borrow their eyes this Christmas. Let us learn once more what it is to believe that something could be different, that I could change. And Christmas says that change does not come by philosophy or theology or ideas or politics. It comes through people. The answer to the problems of the world is not a new theory or a new law. It's the birth of a child. It's the birth of a child that says that God is with us, that God is here, that he's part of our experience of life, that God and man are in the same sentence, the two are held together. And because God and man are together in this world, that makes all the difference. It isn't a world in which we are alone, in which we've been forsaken. It's a world where God is and God cares. And all the carols we'll sing, and all the readings we'll hear, and all the imagery that will be drawn on this Christmas is really a way of emphasizing the fact that God and man are in the same boat, that God is with us. Who can be against us? And we see this in the birth of Jesus. That's the point of Mary being at the heart of it, as she was in the early church. Because, I may not know your name, ladies and gentlemen. We may not have met before. But one thing I know, that you had a mother. You're not a humanoid or something out of the latest ghastly film. Always trying to have films of people who never had mothers. No, they arrived. God didn't arrive from another planet. God was born. He's like us. He's in our mould. And that's the extraordinary and unique Christian truth. So it's a good thing on the last Sunday before Christmas, on the last Sunday Advent, that we should have a baptism. Deborah, who's getting more and more annoyed because we're putting off the great moment. We're going to thank God for her parents, for her friends, family, godparents, because it is through the individual that God works. So we can thank God for every birth because of the birth of Jesus. We can keep expectation alive and hope alive because of the birth of Jesus. And that Mary, whom we commemorate today, points to the God who is with us. What has God got to say? What has God got to say in your situation and in mine? Be awake, be ready, hope, for he comes. He comes with blessing in his hand. And Advent says, don't close your eyes, keep them open. Awake. Yes. Like that. Amen.